Hail going in. The winners of the Ivy League. The winners of the Ivy League tournament. Where are we going now? So we have our top 8 teams. Number 6, BYU. If you happen to be joining, this is my very first live stream. I couldn't think of a better. What in the world? I got to get that name again. Illinois. Oh, Badgers. How could you? Okay, Illinois just beat the Badgers in a very thrilling game, and they are the number 3 in the East seed, in the East bracket, facing off against Morehead State. Morehead State, 2 tournaments in the last 4 seasons. They won in a commanding fashion. See my notes. I got notes on this stuff. They were the first in. They were the first team to make the tournament this year, to be an automatic bid. Washington State coming at it with a number 7 seed. Washington State. The 7-10 matchups are always usually good. Usually good. And it's hard to. Drake. Okay. Yeah, Drake won in double overtime, right? Or double overtime. What am I talking about? Drake, where are you? Where did I put you? Oh, I definitely didn't put you there. The 2 seed, Iowa State. Oh, wow. That Iowa State probably should have been a number 1, but ooh, okay. Kind of got shafted right there, facing off against South. We're gonna abbreviate. Dakota State. Let's hear it. Number 2. Is that? Oh yeah, perfect. It's not backwards at all. I should have maybe spaced it out a little more, but it's how it goes. All right. Let's hear what the commentary is. Let's hear what the experts have to say about this. Those guys look like twins almost. Got the CBS live show going on right now, Selection Sunday right here. But yes, I couldn't think of a better way to celebrate my first live stream than on with March Madness, with Selection Sunday. Clark Kellogg. These guys have been doing this for a long time. Where's our guy, Wally Serviak? Wally Serviak, he was, what, 98, 99? Okay, yeah, South Dakota State, 15 in here. South Dakota State, where are you? Oh no, we have all these notes. Where are you? South Dakota State. I lost you. South Dakota State, there we go. They beat Denver. And South Dakota State is running on an 8-game win streak. 8-game win streak. So, South region. Okay, so while this is going on, while commercial is going on, let's get these other lines going. Get these other lines going. Ooh, buddy. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. I love this. I love watching March Madness come together. Let's spend a few hours together tonight, folks. Normally, I'd be getting ready for work right now. What? Let's change a few things up. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, perfect. Okay, so we have our East region. Our East region is complete. We got a hi, Nikki. How you doing? Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for spending your time with me. I hope you like basketball and you're not just supportive. I love you anyways. All right. So who do I like? Oh, I'm gonna have to lose this. Sweatshirt. This is the hoodie I wear. Hoodie, yeah, if I can call it a hoodie. I have hoodies. This is my work sweatshirt. Keep me warm at work. Why do they tempt me? Why do they tempt me with Pizza Hut? It was definitely I ate nothing but pizza yesterday. Pizza and candy and cookies. Unhealthy in every way, shape, or form. Any way, shape, and form. Oh, all right. And of course, they throw a Reese's commercial on. All right. Before we get into the board, of course, before we get in the board of the East region, let's go back from commercial. The NCAA men's basketball championship selection show. Let's get right back to the reveal of the tournament. Of course, let's do that. All right, where are we at? We're going to the south. We're going across. All right. Houston had a great season, and I had never heard of. Well, obviously, I've heard of Houston, but the Houston program. Houston. Who are they facing? And that's south. Let's get south up there. Let's get the south. South up there. Longwood. Oh, they got. That's what happens. Since 2014, still looking for their first all-time win, and these guys can shoot the three. They can score the basketball. They run a beautiful offense, and they got a number of guys. All right, Nebraska, number 8. That's what happens. That's Texas A&M. Some big wins down the stretch set. Texas A&M supposed to be a bubble team. Yeah. I'm not real surprised. They were one of those teams. That's what happens. There's no problem writing from the left side of the board to the center. Huge problem. Right from the right to the end. Let's go. All right, boys. Wisconsin. That'll be a great Friday. It's going to be a great Friday. We're the number 5. Number 5, okay. James Madison, okay. Oh, James Madison. Look at that. Now that team is happy. Who wouldn't be? Who wouldn't be happy? And they're facing off in Brooklyn. Okay, so those are Friday games. What do we? 12-5. That's a tough matchup. We're going to go over all this. My thoughts since Duke. Okay, yeah. Based on record, you can't be too mad about that. Vermont. America East champs, coached by John Becker. So now we go to the bottom half here. Oh, the South. Bottom half, okay. Pittsburgh on Thursday and Saturday, the 16th. Texas Tech out of the Big 12, right? First NCAA tournament appearance as Texas Tech head coach. They are matched up with With NC State facing off against NC State.
Including over their two in-state rivals to win the ACC championship. Emotionally, how much can NC State have left?
Let's see how much. See how much I can come up with over the next 2-3 hours. 3 hours is a long stream. 3 hours is a long stream.
That's right. Still celebrating their first conference.
And we'll get all the times. Okay, Kentucky. Oh, wait.
They didn't play at full strength until the beginning of March. Yeah, that's right. And they are dangerous teams. As a matter of fact,
Kentucky. It's because of Mountain Dew and Kentucky that I got in to the March Madness tournament. Oakland. Oakland, all right, the winners of the Horizon League.
The 7th seed, the Gators, who lead the nation in rebounding.
Florida.
Lose key big man Micah Hanlon earlier today to a leg fracture. We wish him a speedy recovery.
Florida with the 7.
It's interesting. Boise State
Okay.
Colorado will not be beaten on the 10 line. So Colorado bubble team played their way with them.
We can't.
I am very surprised to see
Let's put a.
State in the first one.
Let's put a Boise State.
Even though they had
Boise State versus Colorado.
27 in the net, and you wanted the last 4 in. Very interesting.
And then the winner faces up here. Now we have to make a whole brand new line. Okay. Okay. Marquette. Oh, they're the number 2. How? Oh, they got a number 2.
The 15 seed Western Kentucky, Steve Lutz.
Okay. Western Kentucky.
To get the Hilltoppers into the tournament for the first time since 2013. So as we slide
Western Kentucky.
Of this region, Clark, is there a team or a matchup that stands out? Yeah, that first one we talked about, the 12-5. I mean, James Madison, I've watched them a bunch.
12-5, let's see.
Really good. Defensively, they can mix
James Madison.
They got nice inside.
I went to
one of the highest scoring teams in the country. So this is very. And Wisconsin is playing excellent basketball.
Madison, yeah, the Sun Belt Conference winner.
Texas and
Madison with a decisive victory in the Sun Belt final, Sun Belt Conference final, just demolishing Arkansas State 91-71. They left no doubt about it who the winner of that conference was. And look at that.
I think it could take them to at least Sweet 16 against Marquette.
So who do we like? I don't know. Well,
I just want to go on record. I've got James Madison in the Sweet 16.
Yeah, we're going to erase that line since we had a fill-in game. So the other game, I don't know. I'm guessing it'll be down here in the lower half. But we're not going to. We won't go putting any. We won't go putting Boise State or Colorado up here yet. So that's 32. Or sorry, it's not 32. That's 34 teams. 34 teams already decided, already learning their fate. This is a 2-man show, 2-person show, 2-person show. I have some help. I need some help. Boom. There we go. Let's see what that does. Okay. We're going to turn that commercial. Oh, that's better light in there. All right. We needed that. Okay. I should have filled up some water. Should have filled up some water. That's what I get. That's what I get. There's two things to always be prepared for. 1, something to drink. 2, so you don't have any unexpected interruptions. So what do we like so far? What do we like so far? Hey, thank you. If this is your first time checking out Gravitas Writing, my name is Tim, and I'm a newly published author. I enjoy writing. That is my passion. I would like to see grow. But this is my favorite time of the year. This is my favorite time of the year as far as sports is concerned. The Super Bowl is over, and yeah, of course, the football playoffs are the go-to sport to watch, simply because everybody loves football. Most people love football. But there's less back and back, unless you are the Kansas City Chiefs and the Buffalo Bills from what? 3 seasons ago? Yeah, because the Chiefs ended up winning that nail-biting game, and Chiefs ended up winning that back and forth battle in overtime, if I remember correctly. And then the Chiefs ended up going on to face not the Browns, the Bengals. And it was the Bengals and Rams in the Super Bowl that season. So thank you for stopping by. This is my very first stream. So let me know how I'm doing in the chat below. I'd love to. Great to see you here. Love to see you here. Thank you very much for giving this stream a chance. We're following it live. You got CBS right over here. The most exciting sporting events of the year. And this is something, you don't want to get your hopes up too high in this, because it's so unpredictable. Yes, we want to know. The world, I don't know about the world, but sports fans want to know, okay, we're going to the Midwest. Purdue, where are you at? Purdue, where are you at? Okay. Okay. We have another first four. We have the second first four matchup in the Midwest region. It's going to be Purdue versus facing off against either Grambling State, or Montana, duh. Montana. Utah, I wish I were left-handed. If I were left-handed, this would be so easy. It'd be ambidextrous. Utah State, number 8. TCU, okay, I'm familiar with them in the tournament. It's always, there are mainstays in the tournament usually. Well, you can't. Oh, what's wrong with putting Utah State facing off in Salt Lake City? You can't do that. Gonzaga, they still got a number 5. Gonzaga, McNeese, these guys here. I am looking out for these guys. I am looking out. Since I was paying attention during the championship week, McNeese with the number 12. I'm excited. I'll pay attention to that one. Kansas, an NCAA record 34th consecutive. Kansas. And they will face Samford, who is in for the first time since. I can't write. Samford. That is another. Don't. Yeah, man, they're sitting outside. That's the one way to watch it, huh? Samford, this is their first time in the NCAA tournament in 24 years. I was graduating high school the last time these guys were in.
These are games in Pittsburgh on Thursday, starting with
Samford.
South Carolina, the 6th seed. After being finished last in the SEC, they tied for second.
South
And it's their first
Carolina. Didn't South Carolina make the finals last year? Wham, there we go. Wham, right there. The Oregon Ducks. Okay.
The automatic bid. The 3 seed in the Midwest region is Creighton.
Great. How did I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh man.
Creighton's a dangerous team too, and as a 3
How did I mess up this many lines? There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I need one more. They're facing off against Akron.
First and second round games in Charlotte, North Carolina. Thursday, Texas is
now we're going. Okay, Texas.
And they will face another
Tejas.
winner on the
Really?
Between Virginia.
I thought these were done.
Not surprised to
I'm
see
wrong.
in the first 4. I'll tell you what, the committee wasn't
Virginia, Colorado State.
Colorado State this low. Not to mention, I talked about Boise State to 10 and the regular season champ Utah State in 8.
There we go. All right.
But who's the 2 seed in Charlotte, North Carolina?
Tennessee, the Volunteers. We got a thumbs up. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Tennessee. Why am I writing this out fully? I know how to abbreviate. Come on. Thursday. Okay, so St. Peter's.
The darlings of the 2022 tournament are back with fresh feathers.
Peters. Oh, that's funny. Oh, that's funny right there. I don't care who you are. That's funny right there. Midwest. Erase that. Good thing I have a dry erase board and I have a napkin handy. Probably have pizza grease on my whiteboard here. Oh my gosh. I cannot write today, people. I cannot write today. Maybe it was better when I was holding it up like this. Midwest. Doing the Midwest, but we're doing it with a Southern accent. I don't know if you could tell that. I should have held that for up here. Okay. What do the commentators say? You know what's bad about this is that what's bad about this is that it's over in half an hour, 30, 35, 40 minutes, and then it's just over. And then you move on to from the revealing of the teams. And you move on to the games. And what is it? All good things. There we go. All good things come to an end. Play.ncaa.com. St. Mary's. They're waiting on the edge. St. Mary's may be waiting, but they already know they're in the tournament. They're guaranteed to be in the tournament. We got Charles Barkley singing, and Sam Jack. I know a Capital One commercial when I see one. Oh, and now Jennifer Garner too. Oh, but that's been going on for a while. Dionne Warwick. What is it? We Are the World. Freshman with a hot hand shoots and scores. Oh man, it didn't take long. I was waiting for the inevitable Capital One commercials. There are two types of commercials that are always happen during March and during March Madness. And those are Capital One commercials and Zaxby's. Why do they show Zaxby's? We live in the north. We don't have Zaxby's up here. So they're tempting me. We have Sonic, so that's close, but the food from Zaxby's always looks good. But is it comparable? Is it comparable to Popeyes? I'm asking anybody from the South. Is Zaxby's comparable to Popeyes? Because I love Popeyes. Popeyes spicy chicken that's a tough one. Versus Chick-fil-A, that is a tough one. I don't have to travel as far for Chick-fil-A though. But I go to Popeyes. I can go to Popeyes on a Sunday, so that's okay. That's okay. I can live without Chick-fil-A on a Sunday. That's all right. I can find something else to eat. So yeah. Oh, what did I say? Oh no. Hang on a second. That's a Quick Trip commercial. I'm sitting here thinking it's a Zaxby's commercial. It's a Quick Trip commercial. Because now they have their hot bar at Quick Trip, but they're always now they've gone gung-ho on advertising their chicken. I know there's a shelf life. There's a shelf life on all prepared product. Quick Trip is suspiciously, I don't know. It seems like it's on the shelf for, it's outlived its serve by shelf life. Well, Wisconsin and Marquette are in, so I'm off the West region. Here we go. Who is it? North Carolina? Okay. Did I get UNC? Did I get them all right? Yes.
To Charlotte, and they're also scouting on Tuesday.
Okay.
Powered from the MEAC in for the second straight year.
MEAC. Authentic Bulgarian MEAC.
3 to 7 healthy scholarship players as they won.
Authentic Bulgarian MEAC. Can anybody watching this video at any time comment and tell me where MEAC, Authentic Bulgarian MEAC, comes from?
Especially with all these bid thieves coming in late. So a little bit high for a bubble team at number 1. I think they're properly seated. The committee got that one right.
All right. In this region, we are cut up between
MISSISSS. Michigan State.
We get the 5 seed.
Always. I'm always. Hang on. We'll get into that. St. Mary's. All right. St. Mary's with the number 8.
2 wins against Gonzaga this year. Won the tournament. This is a great team.
St. Mary's. St. Mary's, the number 5. That's a good seed for them. A number 5. Grand Canyon.
This team is top 20 in field goal defense. They can bang inside with St. Mary's, and they also average 80 points a game. And they got a player
going to the Grand Canyon.
An NBA
one of the
potentially that is dynamic.
What is it? Natural
to lock into folks.
Fixtures in the United States.
It's a cross-country flight for Alabama.
Alabama.
Average with over 90 points a game. Their opponent,
I would
13 seed.
Charleston.
On a 12-game winning streak, including the CAA championship.
CAA, okay, yeah, those Charleston. I knew this one. Charleston was doing the Daniel Bryant celebration at the end. Yes, yes, yes. Clemson Tigers. Ooh. Hang on, that's Richard Pitino. That's not Rick Pitino.
feisty team to deal with.
New
Watch out for Jalen.
Mexico.
28 points last night. Congratulations to the Lobos. The 3 seed in
Mexico.
Memphis is the Baylor
Bears.
6 players averaging double figures for these guys.
Baylor Bears out of the Big 12. That is
Raiders, who won the Patriots
that is
season and conference tournament championship game. Now,
Colgate.
the games on Thursday, where we find Dayton is in as the 7th seed.
Again,
Dayton.
describe Dayton as a bubble team. They went out early in the A-10 tournament. A 7 seed is not a bubble team, folks. They were very safely in.
And Dayton will face in Salt Lake
Dayton
City.
facing Nevada.
Who's in
Ooh.
26 and 7 to celebrate.
That's how you like to see that confetti.
And now
Ugh.
we just have 2 teams
Clean up my board here. All right.
The
2
seed
teams left.
in the West region, destination LA, is Arizona.
Air.
Third in the nation.
Okay.
Scoring, and they won the final Pac-12 regular season title.
Yeah, they were terrific all season long. Had a bumper 2 here, but this is a dynamic offensive team with size and versatility.
We have the Arizona Wildcats. At least we don't have to. At least Wisconsin doesn't have to face them in the tournament. Not for a long time.
Head coach Dan Monson and the school had agreed to a mutual separation on Monday, but then they just kept winning the Big West tournament, and now they are in
Boom.
the field of 68
March is time for madness in there.
That's exactly right.
and renewed vows.
All right.
Sorry, here at the top of the bracket.
We.
Go first.
Yeah, I tell you what, this Michigan State, Mississippi, all the 8-9 matchups, but with Tom Izzo, I read at least about a 65% winner in games where his team is the lowest seed.
Is the underdog. Okay.
Go against Michigan. They play
Not
some
underdogs.
basketball here lately.
Lower
Even though
seeds.
They haven't gotten
Okay.
the results. They're playing better.
They are playing well.
Yeah.
Exactly right. Great game against Purdue in the tournament.
Yeah. By the way, how about North Carolina?
So who decides-
From last year's disaster.
Who decides
Number
the-
1 seed, where if they go to the Elite Eight, they could play Arizona.
Who decides the what's the other tournament?
Because Caleb Love now-
What's the second tournament?
Arizona and
Look around the cover before.
Yeah, a little bit. I know. I like to look ahead, Mark, but you mentioned about Grand.
If you wanna-
they have been in the tournament.
you can help me out with that in the chat.
They won the
That'd be
last regular
great.
season, they won the league tournament title. I like them to beat St. Mary's, and I think they're going to beat Alabama because they're going to have the geographic home court advantage out there in Spokane.
On the bottom, see what you got at the beginning of the bottom.
Well, I actually like Clemson to get to the Sweet 16. I think that's a comfortable matchup for Baylor. They can slow them down.
All right.
And again, look at Nevada.
Set this down. We'll
10 seed.
kind of watch a little bit.
Feeling they're not left. They got all the teams in, but they didn't get great seeds.
All the teams are in.
Arizona's got a great path here to, I think, to get to the Final Four, get matched up against Carolina. They look pretty good right here the way this matches up. Also, New Mexico is a really hot team right now. They are rebounding. They got the 3 going.
There's
Cal State, Nashville, but they are rebounding extremely well. They're scared. Very scared. All right, guys. The breakdown of the conferences that earned multiple bids looks like
All right.
this. You just mentioned
The Big East only- the Big East with 3. These major conferences,
How about that?
they're gonna get.
I mean, that's a huge story today. St. John's,
Okay.
St. John's isn't even among the first 4 out.
Oklahoma out. Oh, Indiana State. Yeah, Indiana State out. Indiana State. Who did they lose to? Indiana State lost to. Where are you? Indiana State lost. Yup, they lost to Drake. Indiana State lost to Drake, and that was enough to push. Losing to Drake in the was it Sun Belt, right? No, it's not the Sun Belt. Where are you?
When you get to this point, you're trying to differentiate. It becomes splitting hairs, and somebody's going to be left out.
Drake, come on, gotcha. There you are, the Missouri Valley Conference. There we go. Oh,
That really created more teams than we.
yeah, it was enough. Losing to Drake was enough to bump Indiana State out of the tournament.
ACC, and Pac-12, 4 conferences that knocked out probably 4 of these teams.
Indiana State was 29th in the net. That's the highest ranked net team to be left out.
All right,
Mm.
more guys. All right, game on. Fill out both the
All right. So now that this is over, let's see. Do they continue talking about it, or
subscription to satellite radio and a trip to the 2025 Final
well,
Four. Learn more at cbssports.com.
they may be done talking about it.
And as we head to break,
Now it's our turn. Now it's my turn to break this down. Now it's my turn to break this down. This is probably, in preparation for this, this is probably my most involved in the NCAA tournament. I don't do a lot of fancy things on this channel because from an expertise level, I can't. But I am learning a lot since beginning at the tail end of last year. I have been learning so many things, and it's a challenge. It's definitely a challenge to do anything new. But if you take that, but then you take the challenges that come with that and doing something you're unfamiliar with, and then you pair them with something you enjoy doing, not something you just enjoy doing, something you love to do. It makes it easy. It makes it worthwhile. And so I started, I just threw my stuff out there, and walking is something I enjoy doing, but it's, do I walk for a living? I doubt I'm going to walk for a living, but then I started to focus on my writing, and that's, gravitas writing. So I started to focus on my writing, and so it's given me a chance. Making videos, making content has given me a chance to kind of stick close to the topic of writing, to the activity of writing, reading and writing. It helps to be synonymous. It helps to work in tandem, both reading and writing. But now it's halfway through March, and of course this, the March Madness tournament, the most unpredictable tournament. One team may be at a disadvantage. They may be outnumbered 5-7, but so that may play a factor. I don't know. But this is it's a dang near unscripted, harder to we'll see. But this is definitely an exciting time of the year as far as sporting is concerned. The largest tournament, as far as I know, of the year. I don't know that much about the World Cup. I know that there are all the teams, and they're matched in groupings, and that's once every 4 years.
How much kerfuffle was there in Pummel over that fourth 1 seed?
See,
There was a lot of discussion.
we have New York talking to one of the selection committee, the selection committee chair.
Season, they did what they were supposed to do in the regular season, fell a little short in the tournament, and that's ultimately why we gave them that number 4 live seed on the number 1 seed on the 4th line.
So, Charles, it's obvious by these numbers that Iowa State wasn't even close. We were having arguments here about Iowa State possibly being in that spot. Was it because of their non-conference strength of schedule?
Iowa State are magnificent.
Yeah,
team,
buddy.
Great win, great.
It's good to hear.
We did look at
It's good to
that
hear
non-conference
the
schedule.
commentary
We talked
that
about
they're
this all along.
that
We look at the
they're
entire
trying to
season from the first
they're
game
sharing with the
to
public
last, and we added it all up.
how their
We felt
selection
like Iowa
process
State was
goes.
appropriately
I do not
placed.
I do not envy
Obviously had a lot of
the selection
chaos
committee for
in
something
regards
as
to
important as
what
this.
conference tournament championships. We highlighted 4 conferences that had teams steal bids, if you will. Talk about the process of when that happens. What is the committee
There we
doing
go.
in
Hey.
terms of moving teams in and out?
Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it.
A very difficult process,
Uh,
Mark, and ironically, it wasn't 14.
Let me know how you're doing in the chat. We're doing good here. We're off of work tonight, so that's great. It's always positive. Look at this. It's definitely live. Oh, thanks. Thanks for stopping by. It's easy to I'm finding it's easy to keep track of things on the stream if there aren't many people there aren't many people watching, and that's okay. That's okay, because if you build it, they will view. If you show it, they will view. If I can rip off a line from the Field of Dreams, great movie from the 80s, great baseball movie from the 80s, and you're probably thrown off by, let's just mute that. Let's get rid of that. Yeah, I probably gotta rearrange things a little bit here. Do I have a breakdown? Let's see. What do we have? Let's go here to the East and the overall number 1 seed, UConn. Who do they face? I don't know who their semifinal opponent was, but they did play. Where are you? Marquette. They played the eventual number 2 Marquette in the Big East final, and it was a slow game. It was a slow start. But UConn in the second half just slowly pulled away, and the second half was very different. It told a different story than the first half. I was joking. What was it? It was 2-0 for the first 5 minutes, and I joked that, okay, all they have to do is continue this for another 35 minutes, and then Marquette wins. And Marquette wins. It didn't turn out like that. It was both teams struggled to score in the first half. But I had a feeling if the Huskies won, that they would be the overall number 1, especially after finding out that Houston lost their semifinal game, and who else lost? And then earlier yesterday, Purdue lost against the eventual number 5, Wisconsin. So as soon as UConn won, I had a strong feeling that they would be the number 1. Seeing the records of the other teams, I had no doubt, even with Purdue losing, I had no doubt that they would be a number 1. Same with Houston, even though both of these teams lost, one in the final, one in the semifinal, that they would be number 1s. Now, if either of those teams lost in the quarterfinals, oh yeah, that would shake things up. They would be number 2s. If that would have happened, Then where are you? Where are you, Iowa State? I know you're there. Okay, then Iowa State might have moved up into a number one. But Iowa State might have moved into a number one. But if I understood the committee correctly, if I understood how things go, that the number 5, the overall number 5, can't be in the same region as the overall number 1. So it's just how they have it figured. It's just how the committee figures it out. And you just don't get too attached. You follow the game because you love the game, because you love the competitiveness. So what are we at? See, definitely live. We're just checking our notifications, and it's, hey, Draymond Green. Draymond Green's doing commercials now. Yeah, just checking the weather. Checking the weather live. It's cold. I don't need to check the weather. It's cold outside. So we have. Thanks for stopping in. So over here in the East, what do we have up here? So we have the overall number 1, UConn, Florida Atlantic, Stetson. Obviously, historically, number 16s go down in the first round. There have been 2 exceptions, and there have been so few exceptions. I should know them both. I know who lost them both. I don't know. I know who lost them both. The first time that ever happened was Virginia, and the second time was Purdue. And Purdue, ever since that year, they've been such a powerhouse. I remember days. I remember years when Purdue, they were just not a good team. They were a poor team. But they've definitely raised their level of play in the last 5 years or so, maybe longer. If there's anybody that can comment and correct, help me out, please do. So what am I thinking? I'm trying to look it over. It's hard to look the field over and really assess each bracket. And maybe I can do a video. Maybe I can do a video on that, just a breakdown, maybe not of each individual game, because I just don't have the time. But just a breakdown of the bracket. It's hard to do it as you're writing down. You're trying to listen to what the commentators say. What CBS is saying. So it's kind of hard to do that. But so where are the 4 play-in games? So these are teams that are going for number 16, remaining 16 teams, and then 2 that are facing for the 10 seed. And we have 1 here in the South region with Boise State facing Colorado for the chance to face Florida. Then our other number 10, trying to hold it steady, give people motion sickness. The other 10 game is Virginia versus Colorado State, and for the chance to play Texas. So those are our 10s. What can I say about those? How do I feel about Boise State versus Colorado? Didn't Colorado played last night, but didn't it go to Oregon? I didn't catch the winner of that. Do you like the reflection back there? You like the reflection of the light right there? You like that? So, Colorado, Boise State. It's bad. I think that's why I pick my brackets so bad, why I'm historically bad at picking brackets. Because I go more by name for those teams that I'm unfamiliar with. And so, of course, I'm going to choose Colorado in this 10 matchup. I'll do Colorado over Boise State. And then our other number 10, let's see, Virginia, Colorado State. Oh, should I go a twofer? Nah. I think this one's a little easier. I'll go Virginia. Virginia over Colorado State. And then our number 16s, 2 playing games for the final 16 seeds. We have over here in the West, we have Howard and Wagner. Unfamiliar with Howard. Wagner. Didn't Wagner? Yeah, let's see. Wagner just won something. Wagner won something. Don't fail me now. Notes. Don't fail me now. Wagner, yeah, because Wagner. Oh, yeah, Wagner just beat Merrimack. Yeah, Wagner beat Merrimack, and that was in the Northeast Conference. So, since I'm unfamiliar with that, but knowing that Wagner, I'm going to hold off on that. If I do a breakdown of all of these, my thoughts on that, I'm going to hold off on that prediction until I see a little more. I do know that Wagner won their tournament, the Northeast tournament. Where is our other number? 16. Here we go. It's because I wrote it differently. That's why. That's why it's throwing me off. It looks like I wrote it on a regular line. We have Grambling State versus Montana. That's going to be another tough one because I've heard of Grambling State before. So let's hold off. Let's hold off for now, and we'll take a look. We'll take a look at the records. We'll take a look at their strength and better assess the situation. But that doesn't always equate to March. That doesn't always equate. Records don't always equate. Records don't always equate. Strength of schedule does not always equate to success at this time of year. So think I'll wrap up for now. Oh, well, hang on. No. I can't wrap up. We got to talk about 2 Wisconsin teams here. First off, in the South region, getting the number 5, Wisconsin, right here, facing off against James Madison, 5-12 seed, 5-12 matchup. Wisconsin, they showed a better game than Marquette. They had a better showing than Marquette. It was an exciting game. Illinois eked it out at the end. It could have been a nail biter, but you win some, you lose some. It's only the conference championship. Yes, it equates to seedings. If Wisconsin won, they would have at best been a number 4. Surprisingly, Marquette. That I'm shocked at Marquette getting a number 2. they got handled yesterday in their tournament game against UConn. But they got a number 2, whereas Wisconsin got a number 5. They're both in their tournament finals. They're both in their conference finals, but one gets a number 2. So that must be, there's the strength of schedule coming into play. There's record coming into play. But I did hear things, how Marquette was they were the number 3 team in the nation. The third team in the nation at one point nationally in the rankings. So there's got to be something there. So, yeah, Wisconsin had a good early season, but I heard they fell off. So James Madison had an incredible showing during their tournament final. They won the Sun Belt Conference. They smoked Arkansas 91-71. So that's going to be a tough matchup. I like what Wisconsin did in their game against Illinois. They were who's gonna pick Wisconsin over Purdue, and such an exciting win that was, a last second shot, a last second basket to tie the game, to send it into overtime, and then in overtime, a last second go ahead score with there were 3 seconds left, so there was time for Purdue to move the ball and have a good look. But I guess I would have to look and see what Madison did. Yeah. So that's a tough one to comment on. Wisconsin just got done playing 4 games in 3 days. So these guys are tired. Marquette. Whew. I would love to say yes, Marquette is going to win. I'd love to just proclaim that Marquette is going to beat Western Kentucky. But if I were to look at all the 2s and 15 matchups, we have Iowa State, South Dakota State in the East. We have Arizona and Long Beach State in the Arizona and Long Beach State in the West, and then Tennessee and St. Peter's in the Midwest. There's something about Marquette, Western Kentucky, that I don't like. If I were to perceive an upset in the number 2, that would be it. Iowa State, South Dakota State, that doesn't look hard to, not hard to determine. Arizona, Long Beach State, yeah, Arizona, I could see just dominating that game. Tennessee and St. Peter's, yeah. There's nothing about those 3 matchups in the 2 15s in the East, the West, or the Midwest that would cause me to pick a 15 over a 2. There's something about Marquette and Western Kentucky, and I hope, please, men, I hope you prove that feeling wrong, because each season is different, but historically, you haven't done well in the tournament since Dwayne Wade led you to the semifinals, to the national semifinals. You were a 3 seed that year. That was 2003. Yes. 2003. That was the same year that Carmelo Anthony was playing for Syracuse. I think that was, yeah, of course it would be. That was Chris Bosh playing for Georgia Tech. So those are three big names. Of course, the fourth biggest name, but he did not play. He just went straight to the NBA. He was playing high school ball. He was a senior in high school. Yep. LeBron James. That was the other big name. But that one, I hope you prove me wrong, Marquette. Please, Marquette, prove me wrong. Wisconsin and Madison, I'm more confident in the Badgers pulling that game out, winning that game. The 5-12s are kind of iffy. It's hard to predict 5s and 12s because they're evenly matched. It's just the seedings. So it's almost like they need to get rid of the seedings and just let them play out. Just let them play. But yeah, let me break this thing down, and I can definitely come back to you again. So once again, this is Tim at Gravitas Writing. This is not branching out, just doing something fun. Just doing something fun for my first live stream. It's greatest time of year as a sports fan. Greatest time of year. Greatest tournament out there. Greatest sporting tournament out there. It's definitely exciting. And so, until next time, as always, keep reading, keep watching, and we will see you. Thank you. Hang on. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for stopping by. I've enjoyed this. Have a chance to sit, chat a little bit. So until next time, I will see you later.